Here we go. How the hell y'all doing tonight? Oh, what the fuck is that all about? I know it's cold. Y'all got to get warmed up a little bit more. We are live on YouTube tonight. How the hell y'all doing? That's a little more appropriate. I like that one. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause. Your first half host tonight. Please give it up for Jonathan.
Come on, G. Come on, G.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Before we get started, there's something I need to remind you all of. Tomorrow is the last day you can register to vote in the state of Ohio. If you haven't done that yet, tomorrow's your last chance. Tuesday is the first day you can vote early in Ohio if you want to. Whatever you want, as long as you postmark that shit early enough that it's going to get to the place it needs to go by Election Day.
Your public service announcement brought to you by...
Dude, I'm not going to tell them who to vote for, but the guy you should vote for is not in Walter Reed Hospital right now.
What color is it?
Oh, Joe Biden? I don't remember, neither does he.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. We are going to go ahead and get started. We have got a great show for y'all tonight.
You didn't sound convinced.
That's why we make a pay before we get started. It's just in case it's not great. No, it's going to be great. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. I guess you should like it and hit that bell so you subscribe or something. I don't know how YouTube works. At least from this side. I know how it works from the other end. All right. Yeah, you should subscribe. That way you know when we go live.
Your computer. That was theirs.
As long as it wasn't my computer. I apologize if I inadvertently blind any of you. That's not a lot of light behind me. All right, y'all. Put your hands together for your first poet of the evening, Zach! Please remember to grab a microphone condom off the silver table as you proceed to the stage. Place it over the microphone and remove it when you are done. Additional public service announcement. The mic condoms are not an effective form of safe sex. The mic condoms are not an effective form of safe sex. Thank you.
How do you know?
Well,
Don't fucking ask.
that's a poem for another time. Is this a two-poem night?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Sorry, sniffles. I don't have COVID. Don't take me to Walter Reed, please. Okay, so my first one is some new shits.
New shit.
New untitled, folded up in my pocket shit.
Can't choose a title shit.
Never, ever. Titleless. Your favorite band came to town recently. They came all the way from Australia, like some bizarre and uncomfortable reminder that you still exist. Mostly in memories, sometimes in bottles, but most of all as flesh and blood and soul, and as a reverie, sinking in and out of my subconscious when I least expect you, morphing onto the blank canvas of a faceless stranger, subliminal shape-shifting, just another copy, nothing authentic, nothing could ever be that authentic. I know your ears burn from a subtle silence, hanging on the back of fearful tongues and good intentions. I'm not sick of writing about you yet. Christ, there's a picture of us on my altar, in the shadow of the Virgin Mary and a dozen other looming idols. I didn't even put it there on purpose. That's just where it ended up. A pathetic effigy I don't have the heart to bury. I know nobody would believe me if I said so, but it's the truth. And so there, amongst the candlelight and the haunted antiques we collect dust together, welcome guests in the company of ghosts and cobwebs. Sometimes I don't even recognize the man in that picture. Some twisted Dorian Gray of my own creation, not hidden behind velvet attic veils, but in plain sight where it belongs. Not a mystical martyr to the blemish of aging, but a testament to shameful dreamscapes, waking oblivion, dissociated recollection of what lies beneath a sharp tie and a real smile. I close my eyes and I still taste gin and failure fresh on the lips. The forbidden image, centerpiece of a hypnagogic sacrament, the choir's burdensome refrain reverberating off the cheap glass frame. And within the towering bastion of solitude, I've become something hollow and stale. Architect of agony painting little strokes of penance, little drops of pain outlining the corners of the canvas. Don't forget, I tell myself. Outside, orange leaves fall gently upon long brick pathways, like decorated corridors leading to a time when a sharp tie was worn like a crown and not like a noose. The mangled tendrils of insolence gripping at my throat tighter all the time, even on the days when I don't look at that picture, even on the days when I don't think about it. No, apparently I'm not sick of writing about you yet, though sometimes I wish I could write about something else. Maybe sing a song for the good of the world and the pinnacle we're all upon, instead of mourning my own mistakes every time I pick up a fucking pen. Always sending dead flowers instead of colorful things, but everything's grayscale these days. I flick another cigarette out of my car window, and the Australian band keeps playing, singing the same somber song they did 5 years ago, the same one they sang every time you slammed the door coming home or leaving home. The same dreamy interludes that began on the edge of every sleepless night and floated into every imminent sunrise. The same notes and melodies now echoing through this desaturated landscape, where the ghost in my ears is you, and the tingling burn upon yours is me. Thank you. And now we have old shit. This one's for Link.
Oh, shit!
Old shit for Link. As soon as I open it. This has a title. This is called Conjuration. When I walked into the night, I walked in search of secrets, and the night took my hand and led me through the veil, through the dissonance and the haze and the muck. And when I stepped outside into the comfort of shadow, I was a god. I was invisible. I was a realm, a vision, a force. I took another step, and all my devils came to accost me, to embrace me, to parade me down the red carpet through every echo chamber in my vast underworld, into every black mirror reflection in my gaze, every lonely, faded song in my eardrums, every empty glass now raised again at this ghastly banquet of things unseen, things unsaid, unheard, but known. The blood on my hands is my own. The face in the trees staring back at me is my own. The phantom lingering in the flickering candlelight is my own. The gasping, scraping voice at the doorway, waking me to another terror, is my own. The blurred blots of black in the sky descending upon dream after dream are my own. And here, in this cavernous place of respite, I, god of self, upon the furthest icy thresholds, watch the waltz of the sun and the moon, the movement of the earth, the journey of every messenger. I know the feeling of isolation. I know the power of loneliness. I know the view from the edge of space. This is Plutonian solidarity. What a marvelous conjuration this one is. What a grand congregation. The scorpion and the stars in communion. The snake asleep in the garden. The jagged shards of today and tomorrow. The whispers in the breeze from yesterday. And when I wake, it'll be light again. And the rising sun will cut through the windows and the curtains and the blinds. And the shadows in my skull will vanish with the falling leaves, the barren branches, until night settles down at last with the smoke and the dirt and the dust. Thank you. Please remember to remove your mic condom, like I almost forgot you. Mic condom PSA.
Give it up one more time for Zach, y'all. Thank you for removing your microphone condom, sir.
Yes, anytime. Just for you.
I don't have any antiviral spray on me, or I would have,
I do.
Oh, well, look at that. We're prepared. All right, we're going to keep this evening moving right along. Coming from the exact same table that Zach came from. Y'all, put your hands together for Aisha! Hell yeah!
Everybody gets to watch me open it. Oh, there we go. There's a rippy thing.
Don't use your teeth.
I almost did.
You said there's a rippy thing?
No, there is. I couldn't find it.
There's a rippy thing.
I can't believe the glasses. The temperature changes too much.
Fogging.
Yeah.
Shaving cream.
I've tried some stuff like that.
Spit on. I'm just gonna see what kind of stupid stuff I can get.
Alright, I'm gonna start with new shit.
New shit!
And it is not titled. Alright. Eric had eyes so blue they made cloudless skies blush. I like to start by saying this is not a love poem. Eric made me laugh so loud that I began to like the sound, the entropic hearty from the belly distraction, masking anxious hostility of fast food living. Eric looked at every beautiful girl with eyes dilated. I wish I could say that was for me. No matter how much chemistry built, some things are not meant to burn. I promise this is not a love poem. But I was at the height of my shyness and always forgot that when Eric was around. I saw it as a victory. Here's a list of things I'd say to Eric if I saw him. Hey, I've been thinking about you a lot recently and I can't explain it, so I wrote it down. Hey, I heard you were driving around Kettering. Hey, you were there for me when I lost faith in my ability to feel the earth beneath me. Hey, I want to tell you that it is still orbiting and I hope you're as alive as I am. Hey, I'd have written you a letter and left it in your car window, but I don't think you'd have read it. Hey, last I heard you were working at P.F. Chang's. Hey, why didn't you ever say what you meant? I do recognize the cognizant mirror of laughter in place of. Hey, I'm sorry I never told you myself, but this is not a love poem. Eric, that doesn't mean I hope you're not in love. I hope you feel love so deeply that it spills. May the birds around you always sing. May you cross your legs and drink coffee black. May you carry a credit card with $1,000 limit. May you run away again with shoes tied and hair curling over your ears. May you always be a crumbling tower, tall and ungraceful. May you soften from stone to clay. May you mold happiness from all you've been given. Eric, this is not an attestation of love, but I hope she flirts with you. And I hope you and she meet up at Buffalo Wild Wings by 2nd and Charles after arguably the worst day ever. And may you flirt so much that all of your coworkers who came question if you two are secretly dating. Eric wore his sadness fresh face, put it on every morning, dewy and helplessly contoured. It mirrored another person laughing. Though it looked like never getting too close, looked like leaving no traces, burying footprints, driving out of Ohio and never saying anything to the people who may just. This is not a love poem, but maybe it could have been. Eric, I hope someday we can meet with eyes wide open, less shallow with daylight. I hope we've grown, but I hope the chemistry, the spark we inevitably dumped into, well, I hope it starts a wildfire.
Yes! Fuck Eric.
Yeah, fuck Eric. All right. I'm gonna read other people's shit.
Other people's shit? Oh, shit!
I don't know if anyone's seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Yeah. But this poem is from that movie. It's by Eva HD. Coming home is terrible, whether the dogs lick your face or not. Whether you have a wife or just a wife-shaped loneliness waiting for you, coming home is terribly lonely, so that you think of the oppressive barometric pressure back where you have just come from with fondness, because everything's worse once you're home. You think of the vermin clinging to the grass stalks, long hours on the road, roadside assistance and ice creams, and the peculiar shapes of certain clouds and silences with longing because you did not want to return. Coming home is just awful. And the home-style silences and clouds contribute to nothing but the general malaise. Clouds, such as they are in fact suspects, and made from a different material than those you left behind. You yourself were cut from a different cloudy cloth, returned, remaindered, ill met by moonlight, unhappy to be back, slack in all the wrong spots, seamy suit of clothes, dish rag, ratty, worn. You return home, moon-landed, foreign, the earth's gravitational pull and effort now redoubled, dragging your shoelaces loose and your shoulders, etching deeper the stanza of worry on your forehead. You return home deepened, a parch well linked to tomorrow by a frail strand of. Anyway, you sigh into the onslaught of identical days, one might as well at a time. Well, anyway, you're back. The sun goes up and down like a tired whore, the weather immobile like a broken limb. While you just keep getting older, nothing moves but the shifting tides of salt in your body. Your vision blears. You carry your weather with you, the big blue whale, a skeletal darkness. You come back with x-ray vision. Your eyes have become a hunger. You come home with your mutant gifts to a house of bone. Everything you see now, all of it, bone. Thank you. I almost forgot.
Give it up one more time for Aisha, y'all. All right, we're going to keep this evening moving right along. We're going to get into some people that requested to go up in the first half right now. By the way, we got 16 people signed up for open mic tonight total. Since we've got a feature in the middle, we are going to do 8 in the first half, 8 in the second half, unless someone else signs up. Then there's going to be more poets in the second half, y'all. Unless, like, you show up late and, like, you got some shit you need to get off your chest, and then you, like, need to go home or something, because, yeah. Like, if there's, like, a poetic emergency, come see us. We'll help you out. Yeah, it's a poetic emergency.
Help, I can't stop using ghost metaphors. That's my emergency.
That's okay. Everything I write about this month's about spooky, scary skeletons.
Yes!
All right, that is enough bullshit from me. Y'all put your hands together for why? He's not here yet.
It's actually appropriate for him to wear a hoodie. Did you use shots?
He's coming.
They're on the silver table right now. It's actually appropriate for you to wear a hoodie. Yep. That's the host. We just keep talking about the whole time. We all share it.
How can be us? Shit. Don't be nervous.
Let them use you. We love you.
You got this.
I've been saying the same thing over and over for the past few days. I think I'm going crazy. I've told my mother, father, sisters, brothers, friends, I'm starting to feel like I'm on repeat, a broken tape recorder. If you say something enough times, it will lose its meaning to the listener. So how many times do I have to say my brother's dead before it stops hurting?
Come on, Bob. Come on, bro.
Before the pain in the back of my soul subsides, my condolences. I'm sorry. There isn't anything I can say to make it feel better. I can't imagine what you're going through. Just a few of the dozens of messages that flooded my inboxes as the news spread like wildfire. I responded. Thank you. I appreciate it. So many times my phone started to finish the sentence before I could. I still have everyone's reactions etched in the back of my head, each word heavier than the last, but such is the pain of the brother. I wish you can see how many people you've touched. How many people would do anything to hear you and see you smile again. How many people love you. When his wife told me, I froze. My body didn't know how to contain it, I forgot how to breathe. I tried to wake up, and then I told her I would tell the rest of my family. When I told my mom, she broke down. I felt her pain with each scream. When I told my dad, he had to get off the phone, and I felt his pain within the ensuing silence. I don't know when I'm going to be able to tell myself this is real. But as I look into my nephew's eyes, I see that the brother that I loved left a piece of him behind, A son that I am now grateful to share a middle name with. Nova Marcus Pack, I love you and everything you brought to not only my brother, your father, but this family, your family, and no matter how many times I say your father's name, it will never lose its meaning to me. Rest in peace, Nigel Pack.
Give it up one more time for Y, y'all. Hi, Link. All right, we are going to keep this moving right along. Coming up next, Mike. If I fucked the pronunciation of that, I apologize. I did? Okay, I was gonna say. It's been like,
why I wrote it the way I did.
I was like, it's been 10 years since I took a Spanish class or anything like that. So.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Whatever it is. Figure out how the shit works. Yeah, there's 2 in a pack. I'll see it. There we go. You don't want to rip it. Listen. No poetic babies.
How's it going, everybody?
All right.
I'm just gonna hold it up. I said, how's it going, everybody? All right. I go by King Luce, and of course, poet here from Columbus. So I'm about to get into it. First one, I actually just finished it, so new shit. Like literally 3 a.m. type shit. So I'm about to get into it. All right, this piece is called Love Me Black 2. So I'm about to just start into it. Black man, you are a god, and don't let no one tell you otherwise. Your wisdom, use it as a battering ram to bust open that prison to which your mind is kept shackled, to the belief that you are inferior to your counterpart. Nah, you, black man, are a king. A king fit to weather all obstacles not even the Olympics can prevent. These sprint hurdles of racism, low self-esteem, and self-hate are just a handful of examples one must continuously leap over as life is never ending. Don't let Frank dictate on how you should live your life when these Franks can't keep their Frank away from these innocent children.
Say that, bro. Say that.
You, black men, must protect the black woman. The black woman is God. Goddess that contains that rare Eve gene able to produce all shades of melanated kings and queens. However, one must consider all of the flipping and turning that the black woman must do on a balance beam as she has to balance out love, drama, trauma, but mama ain't raised no bitch. No disrespect, you are a queen. So flip the switch, and as you dismount, all 10 toes down, brimming with that Simone glow, tell these Karens, I wish a Karen would. These Karens can hold a torch to Gabby as the black woman is happy to appreciate her skin tone. As a black man, how can one not appreciate the complexion of the black woman? Choices ranging from a dark Hershey kiss to a caramel bliss, so never fuck with that Swiss. Hoes holier than art thou. All right, let me run that back. All right, I said, as a black man, how can one not appreciate the complexion of the black woman? Choices ranging from a dark Hershey kiss to a caramel bliss, so never fuck with that Swiss. Hoes holier than art thou, and connect with thyself. Love thyself. Have knowledge of thyself. Black men, We are kings. I love you, black. Black women, you are queens. And I fucking love you, black. Hey, do me a favor. And love me, black, too. And peace. So let me see. Since we get to doing two for tonight, so I'm just gonna do this one since I just have pulled up. But more new shit. Over new shit, but this is my first time bringing it out here. So this one's called Toxic Stall. So pretty much like talking about how everybody has toxic traits in themselves and what we must. How does one heal from being trapped in a toxic stall? These toxic walls built to consume and intoxicate your mind, but you will find out we all have toxic traits that translate from negative habits, wreaking havoc like a bandit running rapid. Toxic energy is very valid. So, how does one be healed from a toxic stall, you say? Well, hey, there is an array of ways to display positivity. Mentally, it will strengthen your entire body physically. For starters, meditation helps to dispel the toxic buildup I'll take it back. Meditation helps to dispel the toxic backup that builds up from abusing your spirit, fucking up relationships that were never meant to be broken up. Now you say, bottoms up, you mad that you want to ball your fists up. So who you really fighting that got you really wanting to blow up? So relax, shut up, and smoke up this joint while keeping your head up. And how does one be healed from a toxic stall again? When your heart is broken, your mind isn't open, left you unspoken, fuck that and be outspoken. Be that shiny token and speak uncensored truth. This universe will guide you as you look within and ask, well, how does one heal from a trap of a toxic stall? After all, we are the creators of this toxic hall. Thus, we can destroy these traits, enjoy living life with no debate. So let's create and celebrate a healthy mind, body, and soul because you control how long you allow this to take a toll, which can leave your heart aping like there is a gaping hole. So shout, fuck that toxic shit. We are too legit to quit as I continuously spit my shit. So I admit, we kings and queens will shine and redefine success. It's in our DNA. So I will forever be blessed. And peace.
You're all good, dude. Give it one more time for Gang Lucha, y'all!
Are we lit on the live stream now, Link? Okay.
We've already got thumbs up.
Hey, we got thumbs
I
up.
don't know where the thumbs up is going, but we got thumbs
Hit
up.
that like button. Subscribe.
Exactly.
What?
Hit the like button and subscribe. That way, the next time we go live, we can bug your ass.
Like button. Subscribe.
So you just asked all of YouTube to finger us?
There are certain sacrifices you have to make when you're live streaming a poetry slam. Making direct eye contact with you wouldn't have been as effective as making direct eye contact with the camera, but
It works.
that's why this shit's live and we don't rehearse it. All right, y'all, put your hands together for Black Poet Bass!
Come on, G, baby. Go get it. Boy. Go get
Oh,
it.
you got one. My bad.
Peace, peace to the people, peace, peace. It's your boy, the Black Poet. When you hear me say I am, that is the poem. Anything else? Introduction.
Get up on that mic. Hey, hear you.
I write from my pain and all that I've been through. Poetry's not just my job or my passion, my medicine, my coping mechanism, my way of life. And no, I'm not always nice, but I'm true in all that I say. And I'll forever be the best because whoever comes next will have lived through my legacy. And no, it gets no better than me. I talk to the struggle because I can relate to the hustle. I walk with the minorities and listen to those without a voice because I was once silent and poor. But I decided to speak because I knew I wanted more and poverty couldn't hold me down. It was then I finally spoke and the world heard my sound. That's when I hit the ground running. And my dreams started coming true. That's when I realized that it was my past and my running from. Now it's my dreams that I'm running to. Because I am. And they say, what am I? And who am I? Say, who am I? I am me, a king full of dreams on a quest to put every the rest a road to success. I am the best. No need to explain. I've already witnessed shame and I endured enough pain. It's my turn to gain. Now watch me switch lanes and expand my fame because I am the greatest. Envied and most hated. I'm the new scoop and the latest fashion. Check me out. I said every new trend, I'm so much more deep within. I am him, the man, with 10 different plans. Because I know I can, I will succeed. Because when I write, my hands bleed. Knowledge.
Come on, D. Come on, D.
Knowledge is power. My words bloom like spring flowers in my name. Ping, I'll sprint towers. I am.
Come on.
Respect. And nothing less. I refuse to regret, but I promise to reflect on all that I've done wrong. And you better believe I'm gonna protect the front doors of my home. I am.
Come on, Phil.
Made from ashes, survived through car crashes. God's son graduated from the my tongue. I used to be a mess and now I'm blessed. Somebody tell me what's next. Hold up.
Come on, man. Tell the truth.
It's to the Father I pray to, and to Jesus Christ I give thanks for this day too. I am living proof, nothing like you. I'm more than normal, better than average. I came from the rocks, I was born a savage, so I ran about the mud and I created the havoc. I'm the reason you smile, I make every parent proud. I'm free now.
Come on, baby.
So skip the awards and hand me the top prize, because I already know what I've done. I am the best poet alive. I am truth. Big dog. Blessed in goodness, disciple with God.
Speak.
It's called life unimagined.
Speak.
Destiny fulfilled.
Speak.
He was destined for failure, success nowhere in sight. He was a child born, given no chance to fight. His first glance at light straight out of the womb. It was in the arms of a person in a prison room.
Yeah. Come on.
He'll be a motherless child soon. Life came hard for the child who was born in prison. He fought for his respect, but no one would listen. He tried and he tried again, but in the end, it led him back to where he began. So finally, he joined the light to where he could fit in.
Speak.
But see, Mike was a good kid who wanted to get more. But instead became a patient up on the 5th floor. See, he had 5 friends, but he wanted 20 more. Tell me. Was it all for acceptance, or was it the lousy birthday presents, or because his mom wasn't present? But see, this was the life for him because it was the life for them. The pop kids wore the skinny jeans with the light Tims, but really, this wasn't like him. Mike was a school kid, and his foster mom kept him fresh with the new kicks. But she doesn't act surprised like she knew this, huh? Yeah, like she knew it would come. I guess it was expected from a child who came up in the slums, but her heart's racing, beating like a drum, and she can't take it. But he's the only son, and she loves it, so she might as well face it. But it's hard to imagine her baby catching cases. Going back to the prison where his life began, destroying this culture and having no rights within. But then she screams out, no! Hoping it's a nightmare. Then drives her son to a prison and points saying, you don't want to end your life here. Nor spend the night here. His thought changes right there. He said he had to change his life, so he got rid of his knife and unloaded his gun. He said he had to lay down his life and be a better father to his son. See, you probably already assumed by now, especially by the way all of this sounds, that Mike was a black man. But really, he's not. Truth be told, he has no color, nor any race. But this is the truth that many African-American families face. See, just as quick as you were to assume and judge that Mike was a black man, is the reason why people have it hard in this so-called noble land. Tell me, when we be given an equal chance? I think it's about time that we advance and let Mike's life be a lesson. Because see, Mike's finally became a man and overcome all of his depression. See, we all want to know what Mike's life was like, and did he have to overcome all of the flaws of living in the limelight, and did he finally get his mind right? Well, I got great news. Mike's doing good, and he finally escaped fake shoes. Mike's out the hood, and he's far away from them fake dudes. Mike's doing better than prison where he wouldn't be eating steak food. He's a senior in high school, a young scholar now. He's quite educated too, and he's college bound. Mike's on a nice path, made a solid turnaround. See, his son's 1.5, and he's doing fine. Mike's lifelong motto was he gotta have a life far better than mine. See, though most of us already knew Mike was a motherless child, but he was fatherless too. So Mike wrote a poem for others without a father to view. It goes as, are you my father? Maybe it's you, or even you. See, it's clear to see that I don't have a clue. What should I do? I've been left all alone. Tell me, how will I make it in this corrupt world on my own? Who's going to teach me the common skills to survive? Who's going to teach me my way in life? Who's going to teach me to strive? I'm talking strive for excellence. Yeah, this is the story of a lonely man's real testament. I'm alone, lost, and trying to find my way. Curious of my nature and still stuck in the days. And hard times are here and I still fight the pain. As I flash back into my past, trying not to endure the shame. They got me caught up in the struggle, still looking for a way out. Now I'm battling with my conscience and how my options gonna weigh out. But yeah, this is my life on a regular basis. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to the basics that I never had a friend, and all I do is sin. I'm still searching deep within this world we're living in for what I never had.
Come on, bro.
All of what makes me sad for the boy in me who wants to scream out, Dad. But that would probably only frustrate and make me mad. So once again, why not just ask, are you my father?
Amen.
Hey,
I am, bro.
I came from the mud, ground up, knuckles dragging, man. It ain't no next. I'm the best.
Yo, put your hands together one more time for Black Poet Beats! All right, we're gonna keep this evening moving right along. Keep the applause going for Benet! I moved that down a little bit for you, but I'm not going to actually touch the mic. My hands are...
I can't open this. Can I get some help?
Yeah, give me one second.
There's a rip part of the sauce.
Yeah, I know. You know, the rib parts on the sauces don't ever work either, though. So.
Here, freshly sanitized. I can get it for you now.
It's all right. I wash my hands, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, but it's going to go on the microphone.
That'll be all right. Wash your hands after you touch the microphone.
There you go.
Gracias.
You're welcome.
I love y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
What's up? Hey, what's the deal?
This is a cute bonnet. This is not a condom. This is a bonnet. This is what I wear over my locks. This is not a condom at all. Not even a little bit. And I like the color of it. But anyways, yeah. So it's cold outside, so I'm gonna do this little song, and then I'm gonna do some other shit. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. harm you with mama and daddy standing by one of these mornings. You're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing that can harm you with mama and daddy standing by. All right, be warm. So I'm back in school now. Shout out to me, back in school. It's what I decided to do for me because it's what I wanted for me.
Great.
I'm excited. I got an 85 on my psych midterm. All right. But I had to write some shit because I go to Antioch. Hey! Yeah! Okay. But we got to take like a dialogue across difference class in Antioch. So we had to write an I am poem, but I couldn't do the I am portion of it. So this is what I came up with. I too was raised in a 2-parent household. I am from dark places, birth gold through God's given space. Red like skin, black soul pure, green thumb, I am from the sun. My mama's lungs structured my hearing in many different ways. My nana's discipline gave an overstanding to the grands of work ethics. My family, even with assistance, is independent. Ain't nothing like the right pay sisters. I've never seen my parents do the splits, but the way they made ends meet, believe me, it was a stretch. Disciplined dinners, understanding conversations with sinners, cousins spending night weekends, after church meetings, a cultural and Black background to say the least. Holidays are made into cemetery concerts. Blessing the way Annie and Samson paved. I am my ancestors. I am their activists. I am from school board meetings and long rehearsal evenings. I've seen y'all around. A southern kick, and I'm strictly from this side of town. Dayton. My lineage holds a light, Kappa strolls, elephant and pink souls. I am a daughter of Isis. I am from my best friends, and I are a divine 9. Family first. I am from love, even when it hurt. I was raised in a house, loving hallways, traumatic dinners, swollen mornings, suck it up as an adolescence. Daddy's little girl's chair, and daddy wasn't there on the first date. Be careful. Now, mama love you. Saturday mornings. This ain't my mama Monday night homework sessions. Kwanzaa blessings, debates stated, artist raisings, sibling rivalry races, neighborhood dogs and friendly faces. Tag, get your bike. Blind rage, jealousy, self-hate, 12-year-old me scream. I am from balance, between head in the cloud and ear to the ground. Never let your neck drag. Staying strong, and we be from a higher ground. Thank you. Take my bonnet.
Keep it going for Benet, y'all. I had to make sure I crossed the name off, otherwise I would have inevitably calling Benet immediately back up to the stage because
That's fine.
Rewind.
yeah, but not that people wouldn't want to hear Benet again, but a rewind should never be based upon the host's fucking up. Yeah.
Fuck up.
By the way, I'd just like to thank you all for playing a very vital role in demonetizing our YouTube live stream evening.
You ain't making shit off YouTube.
Hey, shit.
You don't make it.
We don't make shit off the show.
Unless you're like Joshua Wiseman or some shit like that, you don't make any money off of YouTube. I mean, some people make a lot of money off of YouTube, but most of them are like 13-year-old kids playing Madden or some shit like that.
If you were here for money, you'd pay a hell of a lot more than $2.
That's true. trying to decide who we're going to call up for as the. Hang on, I don't want to get Link's hopes up by using his favorite word prematurely.
Somebody in the chat just said demonetize shit.
This is the penultimate poet of the first round of open mic, y'all. Put your hands together for young OG Little Bible Camp Maddie.
Oh, he got the condom in advance.
How y'all feel? Y'all good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My name is Matthias, and the following poem is also written by the person whose name I just said. And the only two things you got to know about this poem is in like 2016, there was these boys. They were walking home in Grand Rapids, and as they were walking home, a police officer pulls his service arm on them because this is what you do with black boys. But the second, and maybe more importantly, is that whenever Denzel Washington has a gun pointed on him in a movie, he does a speech. Okay. Wow. Now you take a look at this nigga. You take a look at this nigga right here. You got your gun all out. You're yelling all loud in the middle of the street. You want to let the chop off, and I want you to do it. Come on, fam. Yeah, I want you to do it. I want you to let it off. I want you to let it talk. Yeah, like no, you let it sing. Let it sing a song. Sing a song to me, nigga. Sing a song to me, nigga. Sing a song to me. Wait. Now look at me still living. Neither you're scared, I am a ghost. I am a ghost boy. I came over here. We had words. I had myself shot up in broad daylight. Otherwise you ain't about the thing you say you about. Otherwise, I'm free, living, augmented, ahead of my time, ahead of my space, unhinged, unchained, slave to the spirit, slave to the Most High. But otherwise, I'm a free nigga.
You a what?
I am a free nigga. You heard that right. Okay. Now I wonder what God would say. He see you doing what you're doing right now. You know, I wonder what Black Jesus, if he. Oh, y'all look surprised. Y'all look surprised. You ain't know Jesus was black. You ain't know Jesus was a nigga like me walking home after a game of 3-on-3. Nigga, the sky black, space black, the street black too. I want to know how you playing God. Nothing he'll look like you. I said I want to know how you playing God. Nothing he'll look like you. We used to play curveball right over there. You don't know about curveball? I'll tell you about curveball. You take the basketball, you throw it at the curve, and bounce right back at you. That's how you score a point. Sometimes it goes straight up in there. We call that treetop. Now, would you rather it be treetop? Would you rather I die above you, make God's judgment less true? I guess I need to die when I cut my tongue the wrong way. I need to die catching my blessings in church. And what I mean to say is I ain't never been not almost dying. I don't acquiesce. Only tone louder. So if you want me dead, you gotta shoot me, nigga. Yeah, that's right. You shoot me or go home. You shoot me or go home. You shoot me or go home. You shoot me or go. That was a poem by me. Woo. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I came out here to see Shamika do poems. Like, did y'all come out? Like, Shamika's really dope people. Really dope poet. I'm gonna do one more. But I do want to say, I'm part of like a lot of poetry groups. I help host along with some really, really dope other poets of mine, a show called Seventh Job Poetry back in Columbus. But I am starting a show with my wife. She's also back home. It's called Prose and Worship. So if y'all ever find yourself in Columbus, it's every other Friday, starting this coming up Friday. My name is Matthias A. Speaks on like Instagram and Twitter, so I post about it a lot. So if y'all want to find out information about that, definitely look that up. I'm gonna do a poem and then I'm gonna get off of this stage. If that's cool, say cool.
Cool. Take your time, fam.
So yeah, I'm gonna do this. So a couple years ago, I was actually helping with the youth ministry, And the pastor that I was working with, he was like, I want you to, kind of approach these kids, kind of ask them, some really vital questions about, Jesus and all that. Cool. Fair enough, right? So I asked the kids, I was like, if Jesus was alive right now, like here on the earth with y'all, right, what do you think he would be doing? Some of them gave some answers. Somebody said he would be, feeding the hungry. That's cool. It's okay. Solid goal. Some of them said that he would be healing the sick. And I said, around right now, that would be awesome. But still, not quite what I personally feel like if Jesus was like right here with us right now, he'll be trying to get this mixtape off the ground. So this poem is entitled Jesus versus Satan on Easter Eve. And just to let y'all know, I'm not playing Jesus in the poem. I'm playing a poet that's playing Jesus. So just that's fair. Actually, I'm playing a poet that's playing a battle rapper that's playing Jesus. Yes. So no sacrifice. I love it. First of all, I would like to thank New Life, New Hope Baptist for hosting this battle. There's refreshments in the back. It looks like water, but y'all know how I know what I got you. The Instagram name, Chosen One. Pyrex Pot. There ain't no synagogue, but I got the synagogue with me. Coogee Belt Holster. The True Religion Pant Saga, Long T Tia, New Nike Neanderthal, dog. My genomes be the Genesis. I wrote that. Motto prayer, you that. Peace in my crib, you hope that. With your seeds done, you sown that heaven. I'll home that Noah's Ark. I float. You see what I do? You see the scheme? See the scheme? Like a butterfly. I don't plot moves. I omnipresence this. I gave the earth no crevice. You finna see me around. I was a baby. Herod tried to play me, have me killed. Pilot, flight, no Denzel, mission accomplished. I stay jiggy on niggas. I rose 3 days after the hit. I don't even stay in the ground. I black power to pound. Glory, glory. Trinity's Robert Ory. My table turn on Jason Statham. Black tie don't got nothing for me. My robe is the excellence. I check y'all niggas. I'm Solomon. Worship my roastings and crowds like holidays. Moses told me to kill y'all if I'm testifying. And today nailing my wrists to the wood. I'm just a black Pentecostal working for my own good. Got the Hebrew nomenclature, divine dialectic. Bring them churches back to the hood, my nigga. I wish you would. My accolades be... One for two. My accolades be the baby boy. No Jody. You can't ring me, reigning king, no chest, no leg day. I walk on agua, speak in tongues. The heathen say he talks so awkward. But the way I move, it's mysterious. That which tried to kill me only made me immortal. I had sandals and do-rag. I merely rocked through the portal. I speak in plurals. The he, I am. I split AC, no blood, all covenant. I'm Daniel fresh out the oven. If one of you Joes try to button, I Ananias your head. One of your homies jump in, my apostles lay fingertips, your soul ooze it, go vertical. Now all your friends is dead. It's funny how. It's funny how. I'm black. I'm speculating, but I'm black. And I pray to me if I get stopped by the cops. No Kendall, Pepsi, first coming of Pac, the Elohim, pretty as Ali. If I buy the temple merchants, I flip the IKEA. I told all you peons leave. Y'all don't even rap. Y'all don't. Y'all just act the part. I tell your whole Babel apart. Morgan Freeman even said, my son. My son.
Kill them not. Please. Kill them not. For they know not what they do.
Man, shout out to Pops. Nigga, I do this. I came from the back of a donkey to the foreign whip. Nigga, I made Mars. You know who got the heat right? The champ hit that 808 if ever I beatbox. The metaphor is deep. The Sermon on the Mount be like, son of man, son of me, son of God, trifecta, shoot your whole dialector, put respect on my name. I'm going to send you to hell, Hades, and Armageddon. What do you know? That's his triple H's for not having respect for the game. Don't call me with that service worship. You will not go far. This is apartheid, nigga. This is the part I tithe, nigga. I don't even believe in light bars. Limit heavy set. My pen got a benevolent premise. I am a prevalent emis. I even sport sandals when I ball. I keep a sporting in the trunk of the Camry. My Swiss sings so loud the 3 should have got a Grammy. I step on the cloud court in the sky. Gabriel, he point, he whisper, yo, it can't be. Then I hit him in the nugget with 2 threes, dog. I feel like Marcus Camby. But y'all want me to battle this nigga, right? Lucifer Jamal Brandonton III. Your own hood disowned you. Your writing style, Lil Fizz. Punchlines, Raz B. His dance moves is Puffy Combs, Mary J. B, Prophecy, Black IP, Impose My Will. Dog, whatever come true, I couldn't even fib. I said I wasn't going to do this, but what the hell? Let's talk about the crib. I'm 5-star hotel. You stay with a pyro late and still can't drop a high album. Ain't a fair I see. If they call me Messiah, Savior, I'll be. Go platinum at your neck. Niggas can't outfloss me, but if I see you at the intersection, I strike every nigga that cross me. But let me tell you how I'm going to kill him. I'm going to pop up in the pulpit. Aim at you from the window. I'm a deacon with the beacon. Prayer don't peep you. If I hit you with a pop like Yahweh, prayer don't keep you. I blasphemous. I'm the alpha, my nigga. I see no prequels. Ben P thought sweeter than milk and honey, but I see no equals. Pop sent me with a mission to change your mediocrity. Y'all been spitting, or at least drop 33 lines in a verse. I can free y'all people. That's me. Most sanctified they can't be. I got the same thing as Stevie. My nigga, I see by faith, not by sight. Don't cross my eye line, no. Because if I spot the demon, I lay hands for every leopard I see. This is a sanctified Sunday. I got the heavenly host heat. If I pull the arms from the shirt, I ain't talking about a beat. If I kill a nigga with a rock, I ain't talking about ether. If I plant shells in a bright suit, I ain't talking about Easter. Happy Sunday. Y'all have a good night. I'm out y'all way. Y'all enjoy Shamika Moore, y'all.
Yo, keep it going for young OG Little Bible Cat Matty. Otherwise known as Matthias. But we read what you write down. Because we don't know who the fuck actually wrote. Well, Link did because he walked around, but I don't. But that's enough babbling for me. Yo, put your hands together for one of the 3 people who keep this thing from going off the rails. I don't want to say on the rails because that's clearly.
21 years we ain't been on the goddamn rails.
What rails?
Y'all put your hands together for Quiet Storm!
You can use the host mic.
You be writing stuff and then you say it out loud.
I was setting it up for the feature. I was setting it up for the feature. Oh.
Your shoes paper laces like
Thank you. This new shit? No, this is definitely old shit. I haven't wrote in like 6 months. So.
Definitely old shit.
Why you gotta do that? You know, I was just ready for the poem. We just gonna be in this time frame right now. We ain't gonna worry about.
Stop marinating tonight.
They're the ones marinating for real, actually. I haven't read this piece in a while, so this is called Grandfather Clocks and Sacred Landmarks.
I like that piece. I do. That sounded real good. That piece real good.
I have a hard time looking myself in the mirror for too long. How do I justify its presence, its mere reflection calculating its smug stare? Cold shoulders manifest into chips we don't intend on filling in anytime soon. We seem to enjoy the cold. Midwest winters have a way of peeling back the layers. Frostbite settling into our veins the way it showcases our breath in the wind. The way we exhale when all we want is to keep every bit of oxygen inside ourselves. Playing Russian roulette with nature is bound to captivate its next fatality. Morning comes with every damaged resurrection. And on the seventh day, we rejoice in the end of the week shenanigans. Clink wine glasses with another broken soul, try and forget that within the next 24 hours, our moods will change. We will dread our alarm clocks for their diligent behavior, ready to trap us in the realm of time. Is time a trap? A systematic conception we have all grown to fear. How we fear to be late. How we fear to leave someone waiting because the repercussions deem costly. I have a hard time looking myself in the mirror for too long. Just time staring back at me, a map of years past, scars. Scars now branded sacred landmarks. My body, now accustomed to time's mind tricks. How we all end up on memory lane. Trying to remember what was captured years ago, old pictures serving up mementos we lack in remembering fully. Seem to only remember the cliff notes of that era. Is time a trap? Or is it subject to change as we do? A slave to evolution and all its new beginnings. Color me timely, outside the lines of renovation. I call myself grandfather, crafted in the wooden cabinets and homes passed down from generation to generation. There I sit in the corner of the living room, watching everybody claim their mark in time, settling into each hour that passes by. That's that piece, y'all. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. So you guys all paid your $2 to see a phenomenal feature tonight. She is coming all the way from Columbus, Ohio.
What? I know that town.
What? I know. It's like almost kind of close with a little bit of highway.
Yeah.
Mika Moore has been writing as a means of survival since 12 and performing since 15. At 17, she journeyed to the University of Wisconsin-Madison for first wave, an innovative urban arts full tuition scholarship program. Mika majored in sociology and has the privilege to travel the country sharing her poetry through features and slams, including the 2012 Rust Belt Regional Slam, where she placed first in individuals. Her focus is around reclaiming power and magic of the impoverished Black girl through confrontation of self-hate, storytelling, and affirmation. Y'all, give a warm welcome to the one and only Shamika Moore. Where did the music stand go? Okay. Yeah, we can put it on here.
Do I need to take this off? Do you take it off?
No,
It's not.
I just
I didn't
that
know.
one up there. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're getting the mic stand for you.
What kind of
So
mess?
you can put your book on.
Oh, that's what's up. Can I get this to me?
Yeah.
Gee,
Boom. Yeah.
it's lit. You know I'm with the lights.
Oh, somebody's drinking spell.
It was definitely mine. It's fine.
What are you drinking?
Oh, so we need another
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. Okay.
I got a 2-bedroom townhouse. Not another nigga moving in. I'm no longer foolish enough to believe I can really build a man. Okay, Snapchat. Like good, there's some God in me. Like God, like bad, there's an ad in it. I'm modified fruit. Could be healthy for dude, but got some additives. I'm digging the root. You had to branch out and leave. I'm not mad at it. I just got a problem with letting people go and a problem with letting people in. I got a problem with insignificant broken promises when I ain't asked for shit. You took the mattress, the microwave. You could have took these cats and shit. Cat lady meek, bet my writing really scratched it. The fact that you're unhappy too and too afraid to act like it. 7 helpful hints on how to stop obsessing over lovers who never did it right anyway. 1, they are not Obama. They are not Michael B. Jordan. They are not Dreadlock Jesus. In other words, if they're not the cornerstone to why you're still semi-attracted to men, the only president you'll ever claim, or reclaiming the abandoned house you call a soul, why invite them in anyhow? 2, look into private investigating. During undergrad, you majored in evidence and Snapchat backgrounds. You've got a master's in cultures of fuckboy. You're still working on your PhD and it goes down in the DMs. You, my dear, are a qualified detective. Surely keeping tabs on a cheating lover doesn't pay enough, like their attention. 3, after the 39th time calling, put the phone down. Thank you. Pick the Henny up. Drink it like it is your cure to getting your dignity back, just to lose it again. Call again with heartbreak. You got to go all the way through it. You got to make their voicemail your journal until you're no longer content with it knowing you more than you know yourself. 4, when you catch them texting that one new friend more than platonic emojis and body parts, send your lover on a fake vacation for 2. When they do not invite you, watch their lies carry on like their luggage, like you would if your mom ever taught you how to let go. Go to the nearest gas station, fill up the tank of your car in the emergency gas can in the trunk. Finally, you will get the last laugh. With the flick of a match, you'll make their apartment symbolism for their promises, the burning flames Satan sprouted them from, and you'll just sit and watch a little longer just to laugh a little harder. 5, if you're still listening and you're not facing charges for arson, congratulations. You may be mind fucked, but you are not fatal attraction. You know you cannot make them love you. 6, fuck them. No one will ever do it like you did. You gave them more orgasms than Donald Trump gives you reasons to hate him. They do not have enough clitoral votes to get reelected in your lower Oval Office ever again. 7, back out of the Instagram post with the 74 likes, their ex's best friend. Back out of whatever got you to the page of a weed dealer named Pootie. Back out of your room to the nearest bathroom, double tap your mirror and draw a heart around that bitch with your favorite red lipstick. Baby girl, your like is the only one that matters here. Thank you. Yes, my name is Shamika. I came from Columbus. Yo, it's not lit. I'm really happy to be here. Let's do it. So although I had to start off with a breakup poem that I read to myself every year after, another failed relationship, I just thought that would be a great time for you all who have not, been involved in the cuffing sin games this year round. But, sometimes I be crushing or whatnot. There's actually a lot going on in the world. I really appreciate you all for coming through a pandemic, a possible, world ending in regards to the carbon emissions and the fires and everything that comes along with it. But what really gets me depressed more than all that shit is not having a fucking partner, Like anybody who's cuddled up right now, Fuck you. Woo! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Deadass! Fuck you! Nah, but for real, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. And I also I've started to make more poems about not breakup stuff. So let's see how that goes. Also, yeah, I had a crush, and I wrote some like poems about him, and I don't do that shit. So y'all better act like y'all like it, even if you don't, you know, because I wrote this from the heart, guys, even though I didn't edit it. Okay. I know I'm not your type, no, no. Too sensitive, not the kind for one night, no, no. But quarantine got me out my right mind. Think it's about the right time. I gave your face a great moisturizer. Pillows. Petition for a personal introduction. Headboard offers to be a drum. Frame prepares to be broken. Sheets much too dry. You are the only man this bed manifests. Soon enough, a comforter. I know I come off really shy now. If you could only peep my little filthy mind right now, you would see this mouth don't only sing or rap poems, it reads exactly what you need. Yeah, it knows some things. I bet you like women who brag. Sexuality as free as school lunch with my mama's income, liberated ladies, promising WAP, showing off tricks. Well, I can promise you this. I'll look you in the eye every moment, the fastest learner for you of you. I'll take notes you never knew you leaked. Leaking, thirsty, hungry, hurts how much I want you to know what it is to be fucked by me unconditionally. Notice me, notice me, notice me. Never mind. I like the fantasy. Naive men assume women fear being alone. Baby, me and Alone go way back. Baby got back. Tinky Winky, Gypsy, La La Po, Teletubbies back when I cried. Me cried. Myself cried. Together, back. Alone taught me how to ride a bike. Alone taught me how to read and write and wrong. Alone listened to my poem 57 times before anybody else did. Alone filled out my FAFSA. Alone applied for the subsidized loans. Alone rode with me on that mega bus home when college dropout became my own pet name. Alone said, stop that. Alone paid for the abortion. Alone saw the small speck on the ultrasound. Alone cried and rubbed my back as I cried with no regrets. Alone told me I was worthy and special. Months before, the almost baby daddy could apologize for leaving me alone. I'm grateful he dropped me off to her. Alone told me I was special and beautiful, and baby, people like you started to believe it too. Alone pushed my chin up, combed my hair. Alone wears the most beautiful yellow dress. Once even let me try it on. Fear being alone? Who wouldn't want to be? She's the most wise experience I know. She demands more than small talk and idle company. She looks me dead in the eyes and resurrects me again and again. Actually, Alone's last name is And, like, yeah, I'm alone. And if I'm ever left with her again, baby, good luck on getting me back. I like me better when I'm with her, anyhow. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we're good. So yes. You said what? With the meanings and shit. You would know why. Can we give a hand clap for why, yo? This man was not brave. I don't give a fuck, yo. It's too late. You said something. You want to heckle. We're going to heckle back. We're going to heckle back and forth. Heckle you, heckle me, heckle blah, blah, blah. Nonetheless, obviously I have problems. That's why I'm not in a relationship, right? And that's what I want to share with you all. So, of course, you know, during this pandemic and this world ending and this apparent civil war and these crazy events, love sounds nice until you realize what it did to you last time. And you call that trauma. So let's talk about trauma, guys. Yeah. I started running really young. And man, I run like no one else. Thought I was running from the pain. Thought I was running from the hate. But I was running from myself. The day my dad dies will not be the day my dad died. That day, the entire hood stood still as we said our goodbyes willingly. The weather was too good for a funeral. My father was too good for an apology. When I was much younger, he bragged and threatened to kill any man who ever touched his daughter. Was that not his first suicide note? Did he not ask to be dead to me? I started running really young. And man, I run like no one else. But I was running from the pain. But I was running from the hate. I practiced how to say sepulcher for the state poetry out loud competition. I imagine it's the kind of word you say with your pinky up in a well gerrymandered school with working computers. What a weird way to say casket, Edgar Allan Poe. I did not practice how to say no twice. Instead, how to fight anyone who made me repeat myself. Most days, my entire body is a landmine with reflexes I do not understand. What a weird way, body, to say not again, never again. Perhaps it was a busted lip, a guided tour along stairs by my hair, brother's screams, the open stove in amusement park, my mother's hand on the back of my neck, threatening the ride of my life. An hour later, it's a knock on my bedroom door. Meek, what do you want to eat? Mom, that was a real weird way to say, I know you'll never forgive me. Luckily, I forgive as well as my dad plays hide and seek with accountability. I kind of look like him. When I'm in the liquor store too often, when I'm shrugging off emotional needs, when I'm running from someone who loves me. What a weird way, Dad, for us to say we don't deserve good things, huh? This latest holiday, I got left by a man I wanted to leave first. He took all the silver change out my coin jar, my all charisma, and just enough time to get out my push to start Honda to mutter, Merry Christmas. What a weird way, Rob, to say goodbye forever, but thank you. Thank you. I've been remodeling the basement of my mind, carpeted floors, so even are comfortably exposed, and yes, it has windows and a sterile autopsy room for past versions of myself sacrificed, some miraculously still living. You know, it's a real weird way to say I'm not ready to die yet, despite what almost killed me. So now I'm going through and not around been going through and not around there should be a prize for that, for going through and not around for going through not around There should be a price for that. Treat life like a song that begins with taking over for the 99 to the 2000s. Twerk that black ass in the parking lot of your nearest Target like you weren't one. Like no one is watching. This life is your song. The universe is the DJ. Your problems are an act staring from the back of the club, yet somehow they don't exist here. Now, this life is a song. God didn't make you this cute to just sit against the wall. Drink courage. The bartender is your biggest fear. Take the shot head on. Look friends in the eyes. Support their moves while making your own. You'll learn when to be the ad-libs and when to be the main vocals. You'll make dodging men and audacious bullets look good. You being alive and wanting to is the most form-fitting dress you've ever worn. But never be too cute to get dirty, too tired to drop down and get back up again. Not for this song. Not for your song. You know it will not play forever. Thank you guys so freaking much. So now I have my last two. Before I do that, I feel like I shared some really personal information. I said my last two, if it helps, if it helps, that's my time, guys. Don't wear out my welcome. So basically, I have some really important information to share with you all, and I know I've already shared some real personal stuff before, but I need y'all to really be considerate of me because the stuff I'm about to say, y'all, I don't say it out loud often. So my Cash App name, it's Shamika. It's Shamika Moore. It's Shamika Moore, my guys. Add me on Facebook. It's on the flyer. Just add an SHA to the Mika and then add Moore. Very common name, very common slave owner. I promise you, you will find me. If you need me to deliver my shit, let me know. Now, let's be clear. Bree paid me. Okay, can we give it up for Bree? Hey! Give it up for your bartenders as well. Brandon, no? Yes! Wait. Give it up for Link, yes! Amen. Yo, these are people who made this happen, yo. But if you do want my Cash App name, I don't think you're stumbling over to just get through your phone and send me stuff. But who am I to block God's blessing? I got shit that I want to do with my life, and I don't like the way it's going. So, bless your girl. Because low-key, I really hate my job. That ass. So do I. Hey, give it up for if you hate your job. Yay! Not enough of y'all hate y'all's job. We're never going to get a guillotine up in this thing. It's crazy. Anyway. Why I said mind your business. I'm tired of working for the man. I am the man. When I'm not up in my head, resurrecting childish dreams from the dead. I'm tired of working for the man. I am the man. When I'm not up in my head, resurrecting all that faith from the dead. I'm tired of working for the man. I am the man. I am the man. I am the. Nah. Blackness and poverty not related. Poverty just call blackness cousin. They mama's been neighbors since before blackness can remember. Blackness never really liked poverty. Poverty ate his boogers and said nigga way too much in his teens, but as their kindergarten teacher, Mr. Nepotism would have it, the two were grouped together. In middle school, poverty followed blackness around so much the other kids noticed and teased. In high school, blackness worked 2 jobs just to avoid poverty when the last bell rang. In college, And college white hipsters took down poverty's phone number in thrift stores for fun. Blackness been had poverty blocked. Somehow, sometimes, the calls still come through. My nigga runs 100 meters. My nigga got that for cheaper. You say my nigga like you own him. I am my brother's keeper. Rather it be me than lynching to a tree that's jungle fever. My sister nigga by a white boy who couldn't read, but he could read her. No wonder I tell about Malcolm X whenever I get leisure. She knows I always leave her hope. My degree can reach her. Before I come home and see insecurity rise up and eat her, they ask her what she wants to be. She says, my big sis Mika. She's in college in Wisconsin. When I get big, what happened in common? Now I'm looking at the nonsense I participate in. Sometimes when you're being chased, you forget what you're chasing. Last night, I was chasing some vodka with another shot of something that could leave my conscience vacant. What good is a conscience? It's just moral entertainment. Because I still get images of my brother on some pavement. He's only 23 with 2 or 3 child support cases, but doesn't hesitate when my account is aching. Double checks who I bank with. Take a look at my statements. Enough money for a tanking. Even a martyr can use some saving or saving. Some say a casket. Is all that he'll be graced with, or a dip and a trip in the back of a black and white whip and shiny bracelets, holding 2 or 3 cases. Is it claimless or basic? Are we slaveless or chainless? Just because my people ain't your taste don't mean that we tasteless. Funny how I'm spitting all these bars like you ain't behind them. Funny how we stayed near northern lights, but mom could never keep the lights on. Funny. Grandma died before we were born, and grandpa died before we can remember. So the only family we personally watch die is each other. Remember, little brother, we don't give pep talks. We give eulogies. We've been here before, did this before, died 1,000,000 times and made that shit look good. Little Lazarus. Mislabeled baby's kids, and baby, ain't no walking dead as fly as us. Children's services was a casket we had to jump in a couple of times. That one night, a head on each of mom's thighs. We rested at that bus stop like the little growing corpses. We flew from hell and back when we were both touched, and it wasn't by angels. All the ways we died and made that look good. The first time, mom chose a man like Kel chooses orange soda. We dug a hole 6 feet deep and danced in it. The second time she chose a man over us, he punched you in the chest, you lost your breath, I held mine, we died to survive, we made that look good, and baby, ain't no walking dead as fly as us. Fun. We were born to a mother who wanted to be a funeral every week. Funny. We got the last name of grandparents we don't even remember. Funny to you or not, I know they putting in mad overtime in the afterlife to make up for it, bro. I don't know what parts of you are dying in that bumfuck county's penitentiary. I do know it damn sure ain't gonna be 9 years. We both know resurrection like the back of our black hands, and baby, brother, we always come back better. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Link. You guys have a great night and a great open mic. Hey.
Keep it going for Shamika Moore. Oh, actually, I have to take the glasses off because the mask is so temperature fucking fall. God damn it.
Says the Aries.
Huh?
Says the Aries.
Yes. Fuck that. All right. So normally we would take a break right now. What do you guys think? Do you need to take a few minute break, or do we just want to keep going with the poetry? We're already outside. Keep going. All right. The vote seemed to be keep going. If you need to take a break, then you know where the bathroom is. You know where the bar is. Morgan's been there a lot. I had to fuck with that. Sorry. Hey, real quick, I need to really embarrass Morgan for just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all may not know this, but about a week ago, Morgan got engaged. So give that Morgan real quick. I'm not going to call her up for a poem yet. Yet. All right. Next poet up, ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause to Deja. Deja coming from the back. Keep it going. Come on. Don't forget your microphone condom.
Hey, young black professional.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's starter?
That's my baby.
Come on.
Hey, I'll take that. Today I'm just going by I'm gonna use the I gotta use the red. I gotta use the red. So I am not a poet, but I am a creative. I just use it in different ways, but I do want to shout out the creatives. I feel like creativity is what makes the messages of what's going on in the world understandable. So if you can, just vibe with me. If you know me, this is special. It's the first time, besides being filmed, so I'm just gonna just rock with me. And thank you to you. I definitely believe that nothing I can do is without God. So like, joint you did about the before Easter, that was fly. And you remind me of my cousin. That's crazy. But yeah, let's get to it. I am Sankofa. I'm someone's daughter, someone's sister, a product of West Dayton, a proud product of 2 HBCUs, an engineer, an executive director, a hope dealer, but most importantly, I am Sankofa. How many people have heard of Sankofa? Yeah. Hey, I like that. Hey, that's way more than the other audience I had, so shout out to y'all. Sankofa is an African metaphoric symbol of a bird, which depicts, the bird flying forward with the egg in its mouth, looking behind. It signifies taking the knowledge gained from the past and efforts to using it towards the progression of the future. In African culture, it is imperative that you understand your roots. Just like a tree, it takes strong roots to grow and bear fruit. What better way to acknowledge my roots than by completing my college career in institutions that were made specifically for me by leaders whose shoulders I stand on today. Leaders and fellow alums such as W.B. Du Bois, Bayard Rustin, former Dayton Mayor Clay Dixon, and current Ohio State Representative Joyce Baden. My freshman year at the Central State University, all freshmen were required to complete a freshman year seminar class to help you get acclimated to your newly found adult life. On the very first day of that class, the teacher asked me a question that ultimately changed my life. She asked me, what has your village contributed to your life up until this moment? What has my village contributed to my life up until this moment? What am I doing for the village? What is my village? So many questions were going through my mind. The question made me look back on my life, my 17-year-old life at the time, my freshman year in college. It made me think of the first time that I heard of a village.
Talking to the mic.
I was 9 years old when I started my rites of passage enrichment class, a leadership program designed to teach African-American middle school age children about their heritage and culture. Because as we all know, it's not taught through formal education, but the instructors didn't just talk at us, they talked with us. Everyone learned from each other. Young, old people that look young people that act old. They taught us, we taught them, they empowered us, we empowered them. They showed us no matter who you are, how old you are, where you're from, everyone has something to contribute to the betterment of the community because everyone is a leader. They showed us no matter how old you are, where you're from. Oh man, at least I don't get paid for this one, right? What's after that?
No matter where you're from, you're a leader.
Yeah, you're a leader. What's after that? Who's that? Basically, I did a talk on Sankofa. Like I just told you guys, that's what the bird is. Not only is Sankofa some black people, but it is important in this time for us all to take a look back at our roots. Don't just be ashamed, but use the knowledge that we gained from the past of the shit that we know is fucked up or shit that we don't agree with to ensure the part that we play in the future for our community. You're only as strong as your weakest link. You're responsible for people around you, even when you don't know. Intergenerational mentorship is something that isn't intentional sometimes. You know, how many people have brothers and sisters? Even if you don't like them, that's intergenerational mentorship. You know what I mean? It's just up to you to figure out the part that you're going to play in it. Is it going to be good or is it going to be bad? So we just have to be intentional with the relationships that we have, for it determines the type of people that continue our legacy when we leave this world, whether that's good or bad. Shout out to Atlas and Leroy. Last night they talked about Sankofa. Sankofa is so important, and it's not just for us. You know, we think Sankofa is for us. There's a lot of us that don't even know what Sankofa is. But everybody knows what responsibility is, right? Everybody knows what legacy is, right? It's our responsibility to leave a legacy that elevates those that follow in our footsteps. That's for everybody. That's not just for black people. It's our responsibility to lift as we climb. That doesn't have a color on it at all. You know, we have to register to vote. We have to vote. We might not see what's going on for our future generations, you know, that's coming up, but it's up to us to set that vibe. You know what I mean? That's what's so dope about Dayton. Like, yeah, people say Dayton is late and all of that, but we have a chance to control the vibe or control the narrative that we want to see. And ultimately, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. So we have to prepare that. We got to prepare for our little brothers and sisters, our nephews, our cousins.
What did John Lewis say?
John Lewis? How many people know who John Lewis is?
Yes.
That's what's up. Late great John Lewis said, people on every continent have stood in your shoes through decades and centuries before you. And that is why the truth does not change, and the answers that worked out long ago can help you find the solutions to the challenges of your time. John Lewis was Sankofa. John Lewis is Sankofa. Even though he's dead, he's still teaching us stuff to help us go on from stuff that's already happened before. It's just a cycle. And until we're conscious to understand that, we'll keep being in the, you know, the little rat thing that be going in the circle all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be conscious. We got to pay attention to the world that we want to create for the people that's going to be here when we leave. So just be intentional with your relationships. That's all. So, yeah.
Here we go for Dave! Don't worry, I took care of your condom for you.
My bad, I'm not used to those. I would never know what to do.
So many jokes all the time. All right. Let's see here. I think Sarah took off, so let's see here. Let's go down the line. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause to Morgan.
That's you.
Yes, Morgan.
Sequins on.
Sequin mask, the recently engaged Morgan.
How topical.
With silver shoes. Holy shit.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
they're gonna look so pretty in these lights.
I know.
Oh, this is my poetry. Just my shoes. How do I open this? There's a ripping thank
Ripping
you.
thingy.
Okay.
Yay, Rippy thingy.
I put on this mask just to walk up here.
Yeah, same reason I took money.
All right, guys. Hi, I'm Morgan. I am here to read someone else's shit.
Someone else's shit.
This poem is by Andrea Gibson. It was written in 2018, which is only 2 years ago, but in our world is like 2 fucking years ago. It's still really relevant, though. It's called Dear Trump Voter. Okay. The Nazis built gas chambers in part to save the humanity of the firing squad. Some general looked into the eyes of his men, firing into the screams of children, of pregnant women bending their own heads to swallow the bullets aimed at the kick in their bellies. And the general thought, if we keep forcing these men to kill like this, what is human in them will die. their guilt will be ungovernable. The Holocaust needed its killers to believe that they were not the killers. As disgusting as it sounds, the gas chamber was a product of recognizing human conscience. Auschwitz murdered 6,000 people a day, and the murderer was Zyklon B, hydrogen cyanide. Nothing human in that name, nobody's father, bursting the lungs of millions, clawing the concrete for God. But the gas chamber was not a Nazi invention. It is as American as apple pie to want to stretch the distance between the killer and the crime, to say you are not responsible for the child searching the smoke in the air for the shape of her mother's face. It was an American invention. The I wasn't there. The don't blame me. The I didn't see it happen. The I'm not racist, but the first gas chamber was built in the Nevada desert on the stolen land of the Washoe people to murder a Chinese man without a white person's conscience having to carry the shame of his kill home. I know you take issue with me comparing Trump to Hitler. One, a failed painter who blamed the Jewish people for the beauty his heart was too ugly to make. The other, a con artist with enough failed humanity to eye our dying planet and focus on Miss America's weight. I wish I didn't know what men who feel inadequate have in common, what they believe they are owed, the first blood of our bodies, or your vote. Your vote for a man who said he'd date his daughter if she wasn't already his. Your vote for a man who is guaranteeing every woman a jury of her rapist's peers. Your vote for a man who is filling the American pie with the Adam's apples of the girls in the wrong restrooms. Your vote for a man who has bet on people's lives that he can keep Muslim protests against ISIS out of the news. Your vote for a man promising to build a wall between the thirst and the river. A firing squad is a firing squad. In the history of the US, it was never more clear that a vote would be a bullet. There is no distance between you and the blood. The truth will not give an inch to the lie of innocence, to the governable denial of anyone who continues to aim for the head while calling it making something great again. Thank you, guys.
Here we go for Morgan! Give me one for Morgan. Morgan, when's the next episode of your guys' Goodreads podcast?
We're recording this week.
You're recording this week? So sometime in the next month-ish. Goodreads Better Friends. Find it on Google Podcasts. Keep the applause going from that table. Let's go ahead and finish it out. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Colton. Come on, give it a little more. It's cold. Warm up your hands.
Hello. So I'm reading other people's shit tonight. This first one is called It, and it's by Coffee8. You want to be Peter Pan. You want to be that fairy-dusted disaster that slays pirates and conquers Hook, because that's what strong boys do. But they gave you a dress and a name to match, and a lot of pink stuff you'd never play with. You love action figures just as much as you love dolls. Yeah, you love dolls, don't lie. You don't walk like a lady, though. I mean, come on, you flunked ballet class. You can't go. It's boys only. Don't wear swimming trunks. Wear a bathing suit. You are too old to be a tomboy. Grow up. You can't fly, and you never will. And even on days when you're wearing the perfect clothes, people will stare at you and say, is that a boy or a girl? And you smile to yourself because you're thinking, maybe today I just might pass. But then you see the look in their eyes as they register. No facial hair, no knot in your throat, no bulge in your pants, and they say it again, louder, tauntingly. Is that a boy or a girl? And this time, they know, and they just want to see you squirm. And you do, and they snicker, and they give you this look that says, you're not human here. You're stuck. In the body you've got and the gender you don't, there's no fairy dust, no flying away, no childhood dreams. You're doing the best that you can. You rock your indecisive parts proudly, but there are days when you can be shattered by a quick tongue. Days when men will argue about the lines of your body until one of them says, yo, it's got tits. It, or whatever you are not human here. But I've got tits. So when he said to me, I don't care if you're gay, I'd still fuck the shit out of you. I should have been willing, right? But I wasn't. So I walked away faster, trying to escape his leering face, the look of malice in his eyes I've seen in so many other men. I'll fuck you straight, girl. Now, I don't know how much of a girl I am, but in that moment, I wish I had the knuckle strength of men. But I don't. So I left my pride in his throat. I would try to glue myself back together for tomorrow because there are always going to be days like this. Days when you have to carry your somber heart like a coffin. Days when you pass until your voice slips. You let the words fall from your mouth, carried by a feminine tone. And they know again. Know that you're not a him or a her, but something in between, not human to them. What an abomination. What a monster. Why can't you be normal? With your dress, your boyfriend, your virginity. They want to paint you the color of smashed hymens. Want you to know that naked, you'll always be soft like a woman. Naked, you'll always have the parts of a woman. You, it. Your telltale breath will never be one of those strong boys. Kid, you are far from Peter Pan, but you've got to hold your back like a flagpole. It's all you've got out there. There is no Neverland. Thank you. This second one is called A Letter to the Girl I Used to Be, and it's by Ethan Smith. Dear Emily, every time I watch baseball, a voice I no longer recognize whispers, Ethan, do you remember when you were going to be the first girl to play in the Major League Seattle Mariners rally cap? But to be honest, Emily, I don't. Dad told me that like it was someone else's bedtime story. But I do know that you had that drive. Didn't let anyone tell you to wear shorts above your knees. Didn't care if boys thought your hair fell on your shoulders just right. But with girls, sleepovers meant the space between your shoulder and hers was a 6-inch fatal territory. The year you turned 11 was the first time you said out loud that you didn't want to live anymore. In therapy, you said you wouldn't make it to 21. On my 21st birthday, I thought about you. You were right. At 19, you started to fade. I tried to cross you out like a line in my memoir I wish I could have erased completely. And maybe I'm misunderstanding the definition of death, but even though parts of you still exist, you are not here. Most of my friends have never heard your name until now. I've been trying to write this letter for 6 months. I still can't decide if it should be an apology or not. But now you will never hear Emily Smith announce at a college graduation. Get married. Give birth. When the prescribed testosterone started taking effect, my body stopped producing the potential for new life every month. I thought about your children, how I wanted them too. I let a doctor remove your breast so I could stand up straighter. Now, even if I somehow had those children, I wouldn't be able to nourish them. My body is obsolete. Scarred, cosmetic, but never C-section. I was 4 days late. There will never be grandparents. I was 1 week late. They will never hold their lover's sleeping figure. I was 11 days late. They will never breathe in a sunset and a sunrise in the same night. I was 2 weeks late. They will never learn to jump rope. I was 3 weeks late. They will never shout, "Watch, mommy, watch me on the slide." I was 2 months late. A piece of us will never wrap their arms around our legs for comfort just to keep them from falling down. And I'm sorry that this process is so slow and all you can do is wonder if you ever had a place. You did. You still do. Don't forget that. Yours, Ethan. P.S. I never hated you. Thank you.
Yeah. Keep it going for Colton. Keep that shit going. All right, got a few more poets left. The next show is tentatively on the 18th. I say tentatively because we don't know if we're going to be indoors or out here or online. We'll figure that out. But if it starts getting too cold, then we'll just shift these. We'll shift these online. So we'll either do, I don't know what we'll do. We might do GoToMeeting. Figure that out. We might do WebEx. Who knows? Fuck Teams. Fuck Teams. Goddamn Bill Gates motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Anyways, got a couple poets left up. Up next, please give a huge round of applause to Sal
are bonnets. Yeah. Y'all calling this condoms? This is harsh. That does not feel comfortable. How y'all doing today?
Hi.
So, I'm in a place where I no longer know how to float. I just sit back because I learned how to cope with the issues I'm facing, the new bitter tastes. Look in my eyes. Can you feel what I'm thinking? You probably can't. I'm just asking for safety because I don't want to feel like I'm easy to read. Because people turn pages and take what they need. They'll smoke in your face and expect you to breathe. But maybe that's me. We let them plant seeds and start hoping for trees. But them seeds that I'm sorry. We let them plant seeds and start hoping for trees. But the trees that we hope for, they turn into weeds. The locks on our hearts, they start searching for keys. Put up a wall. Let them try if they can. Self-conscious in my own skin. Constant stage fright like I'm in front of an audience. I'm feeling low on energy. I need some vitamins. I bottled up my hate. I'm seeing green like it's Heineken. What I thought I overcame is now back again. It's like I'm signed to myself because ain't no managing. Because the people that I'm sorry. Let me catch that. What I thought I overcame is now back again. It's like I'm signed to myself because ain't no managing. Because the people in my life I view as mannequins. Because they faker than the shit I see them standing there. I know mine's fuck with you, but I can't do this on my own, so I fall to my knees for a helping hand. All I ever wanted was someone to understand. But for now, I'm in a place where I no longer know how to flow. I just sit back because I've learned how to cope with the issues I'm facing. It's a new bit of tastes. Look in my eyes, can you feel what I'm thinking? You probably can't. I'm just asking for safety. Because I don't want to feel like I'm easy to read. Because people turn pages and take what they need. They'll smoke in your face and expect you to breathe. I've been stabbed in the back. Yeah, I know how that feel. I've been stabbed in the back. Yeah, I know how that feel. Yeah. I've been stabbed in the back. Yeah, I know how that feel. When they break that blade off with intentions to kill, your intentions to build. Love around you, no fence to a field. Like a well full of water, you just want to wish them well. But they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see the pain you've been going through. It's been going on way longer than a month or two. I've been deep in that water with no swimsuit. Steady on the track, never running out of breath. I'm not looking right, nor thinking about the left. My tunnel vision on got me cranking up the jets. I'm a dog in this game, but I don't play fetch. I'm an OG, smoking OG, burning up the set. All this pain in my heart starting to cave in my chest. I don't move like these fools. Me and life playing chess. I'm like a nuke when I hit the surface. Everything leave. That's a fact. And again, what I thought I overcame is now back again. It's like I'm signed to myself because ain't no managing. Because I got people in my life I view as mannequins. Because they figured in the shit I see them standing there. I know mine's fuck with you, but I can't do this on my own. So I fall to my knees for a helping hand. All I ever wanted was someone to understand. But for now, I'm in a place where I no longer know how to float. I just sit back because I learned how to cope with the issues I'm facing, the new bitter tastes. Look in my eyes, can you feel what I'm thinking? You probably can't. I'm just asking for safety. Because I don't want to feel like I'm easy to read. Because people turn pages and take what they need. They'll smoke in your face and expect you to breathe. Sell.
Here we go for Sal. All right, next poet up I don't know if they actually signed up or were signed up. Muff D. Is Muff D in the house? Up there, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Muff D.
This is different. This is really different. There's two of them. How y'all doing tonight? My name is Muff D. I'm a poet / rapper, man. So right now I'm gonna do something from my mixtape called Being Real is Mandatory 2. You could stream that on all platforms. And I'm trying to keep my cool without losing my cool. Shit, I went solo on these niggas. Johnny Gill and my crew. Ain't got much to prove and ain't got much to lose. But the thoughts in my head will make you blow like a fuse. I need to slow it down like Bobby V. And I got nothing but love for these cats, man. I feel like I'm heavy D. But I get smacked in the face with envy. Cause nowadays, niggas really got foul ways. Nowadays, I find myself thinking more about my life. Nowadays, I'm thinking to myself, will I find my wife? Nowadays, they ain't even asking if I'm all right. But I make sure y'all good, like safe travels. Talking to less people, true colors really start to unravel. But I ain't mad that my lifestyle is really too much. They ain't two broads in one man. I can give two fucks. Because it's the Lord's process that I really do trust. And I won't give it up. Feel like I ain't did enough. But in the end, my dog, man, it's always going to be too much. Thank you. That's one piece. Thank you for that. That's one piece. The next piece I'm going to do is off my new tape I got called Something for Her to Play. It's called Perfect. She beautiful as a sunny day. Bill with her, she's a lovely day. She shows that she love me. I'm so very lucky. Sun hits off her brown skin, the same color as a shot of hen. She let me slide like a Visa card. Kiss and hug, and that's good love. I want to sleep because she the queen. She did a lot to keep me on my feet. Them girls know they can't compete. She's the one who make me complete. Her chiller tie, even fire. Sweats VGS time. For you, girl, I'm inspired. Keep me rolling like some new tires. We make love, you can feel the fire. She's the one I desire. Praise her with no messiah. Real vibes, we don't do the line. Lazy days, I'm between the thighs. Laughing with it. Enjoying her because she's the vibe. Matter of fact, she's the perfect vibe. Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Muff D. All right, we got 3 poets left of this evening. The next poet should be intimately familiar because he hosted the first half of the night tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Jonathan.
Wow, it's quiet. He's taking his time.
I struggled a bit with the microphone, kind of. I'm not gonna lie. So, between now and when our next show is, which I believe is on the 18th, is that correct, Link?
Yes.
I'm gonna turn 35, and that means I might have to buy a Sting album. For those of you that don't know who Sting is, he's the lead singer of The Police, who were a new wave band back in the 80s, thus confirming the theory that all cops are in fact bastards.
His name is a verb, present tense.
It is indeed. Anyways, if you have not already registered to vote, the best birthday gift you could give me is to register to vote before 5 p.m. tomorrow, which is end of business for the Board of Elections in Montgomery County. However, if you have already registered to vote, which I'm assuming most of y'all have, The best birthday present you could give me is to go to the local restaurants or bars that you love and give them some of your hard-earned money. I don't need it. I sit at my kitchen table and work every day, and they pay me a lot of fucking money to not do much fucking work.
Isn't working from home fun?
Working from home is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. And the reason that I'm working from home is because of coronavirus, which recently our president has contracted. And in times like this, I like to turn to the Bible, which might surprise some of you. But in this specific instance, Psalms 55:15 speaks to me directly. Let death take my enemies by surprise. Let them go down alive to the realm of the dead, for evil finds longing among them. Just, Donnie, make sure you reach out your hand and take Mike Pence with you, because we don't need that fucking asshole doing shit here either.
And now a poem.
And now a poem. Also, while I'm navigating this, if you do not plan on voting in person on election day, early voting begins on Tuesday. Please go do that shit. Make sure that your driver's license is not expired if you intend to do so. If you're going to vote by mail, which I'm not going to because I am convinced that our plague-ridden president will find some way to challenge that shit in court, and I don't want to wait until January 1st to figure out who our president's going to be. So I'm going to vote early in person with a hazmat suit on, because I'm not about this life that we're living right now. But if you are going to vote early, you can start doing that on Tuesday. And I would highly suggest that the sooner you can do it, the better. But speaking of this, get that ballot in the mail, fill that shit out. You already know who you're going to vote for. No one's watching the debates like, let's see what's going to happen. No one's doing that. Everyone has already made up their minds, at least everyone here, I would assume. So cast that ballot and get that shit in the mail. Without further ado, everything I've got tonight is old shit.
Oh, shit.
Thank you. Both of these are so old that they were actually read at our previous venue, Canal Street Tavern.
Yes, Canal Street. Jesus, I remember. 3-4 years ago?
That was, 3 or 4 years ago. I've got a lot of ideas brooding right now, but nothing new.
That's all right.
This is called The Illusionist. The Illusionist stood on stage. He announced for his finale he would be cutting a woman in half. To do this, he would utilize the classic method where a woman lies flat on a horizontal surface, arms and legs bound, unable to move. As he thrust his blade into her, the audience was a mixture of gasp and cheer. I sat silently. I knew this wasn't an illusion or a magic trick. It was an act I had seen too many times before. A man separating a woman's head and heart from her reproductive organs, each time with a different magic word. Let me buy you a drink. You know how many girls would kill to be where you are right now? I thought you loved me. And sometimes there were no magic words. Sometimes there's just silence and flashes of light. And then the questions. What happened? Did anyone see how he did it? Was it my fault? Each time the man performed this act, he did so without hesitation. Smiled for the camera, confident nobody would ask how he did it. Reminding the woman if she told anyone what had happened, they'd only ask a million questions. Accuse her of ruining it for everyone else. Tell her, if you went to the show, then you must have volunteered. See, the illusion has never been the man cutting the woman in half. The illusion has always been that when he's done, he has any intention of ever putting her back together again. And now, if you'll excuse me while I struggle with technology like the 35-year-old I will soon be, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the next piece that I am going to read. This is written in the wake of the 2016 presidential election. WYSO came to us and they said, hey, every year we do a thing called Dear Mr. President. And we'd love for you to contribute. And I had to write something without profanity in it because I ran a radio station in college and I know how that shit works. And I succeeded at writing something without profanity in it. But to the best of my knowledge, this never was aired on the radio.
None of ours were.
And part of that might be because we were very direct in what we had to say. Part of that might be Link used an air horn in his poem.
Oh my god. Oh, yes, I did. Holy shit.
But before we get into this, I'd just like to remind everyone, as every annoying YouTube channel person does, remember, like us and click subscribe so that when we come live, you get a notification. All right, anyways, this is Dear Mr. President. It would have originally aired on our local NPR station, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to read it to you all now. I'm sorry, I'm going to pause for one more second. I believe that last call, as designated by Governor Mike DeWine, is 10 p.m.
Yes, that's what she just told me.
And if you find yourself not adequately drunk at the moment, A,
Safe to get home.
call an Uber. B, order another drink. Do those things in that order, and while you're doing them, listen to this piece that is called Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, I regret to inform you I cannot survive your presidency. Don't take that the wrong way. I plan to live through it. However, in order to survive something, it must be targeting you for destruction to begin with. Nothing about me has ever been targeted. I have never been caught in the crosshairs of bigotry. I have never felt the sting of prejudice. I have never fallen victim to the hatred you have collected, melted down, and pounded into a golden land that you call America. You proclaim this is what greatness looks like. You proclaimed this is what greatness looks like. Now rise. And my people rose. Read as white-skinned, read as male, read as heterosexual, as they have for a millennia before, since, and for all of hereafter, to plunder, to destroy, to kill, to take whatever was not rightfully ours in the first place, label appropriation as liberation, take credit for the end game, and hide all the work done by the cracked hands and broken backs of those laid to waste in our wake. Dear Mr. President, you call it a revolution. I was born a white male into middle-class America in this country on earth. What could I possibly know of revolt? I'm either blessed with armor or armed with weapons. I am biological privileged, defined. There is nothing in my diaspora that would ever find itself stopped at any of the roadblocks you have set up in this country. Dear Mr. President, your antiquated greatness is anything but. It is the sound of a bullwhip. It is the sound of Manzanar and Dachau. It is the $250,000 George Zimmerman was paid selling a gun he used to murder Trayvon Martin on eBay. It is the acrid smoke of the past filling the mouths of Holocaust survivors when you speak. It is the sound of silence in the face of injustice. It is the sound of humanity screaming. Dear Mr. President, I do not want my country's greatness to be measured by its ability to swallow indifference, to smile in the face of injustice, to have the worst parts of itself reinforced continually. Dear Mr. President, that is not greatness. That, sir, is cowardice that my people have for so long feasted upon, and from that, greatness can never be achieved.
Nice. Keep it going for Jonathan!
Again, just one quick last reminder that last call coming up here. 10 o'clock is your deadline getting drinks. We've got 2 poets, which means this is your penultimate poet of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause, courtesy of Underdog Academy. It is Atlas. Come on, get a little more for him. Come on. Keep that shit going. Put your hands up, goddammit.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna read some shit.
Yes.
Three short pieces. The first piece is called Pieces of Token. To the woman whose arms felt like home, I apologize for still being shattered glass. Spent the last 20 years unpacking, swallowed suffering and silence, still I trip. To be in this gaze yet invisible, constantly reminded how broken I am. I've gone so long without feeling whole, never knew how to climb out one. Contrary to popular belief, I feel everything. My perfect is less than average on most days. I pray one day soon I burn this house of trauma I call body. Have mercy. I'm still putting it together. Also, can we give a round of applause for Miss Shamika? Miss Shamika. Yeah. She's dope, for sure. So yes. Thank you. Chalkboard discipline. The following are open sentences. Here, this sentence be respected. Black boys do not get erasers. Here, you will learn sentences before sentences. Black boys do not receive the privilege of a learning curve. Here, he will learn sentencing. Black boy was sentenced, period. Here is a perfectly executed sentence. Black boy. And my last short piece, God body. Here we learn the value of a body, arm, leg, arm, head, body, count them, corpses. See how many he can make new. How many bodies do you got?
He got to look like expert. Give it up one more time for Atlas. Ladies and gentlemen, our final poet of the night is the final poet of the night for a goddamn reason. He is one of the top poets in the fucking state of Ohio, and I am blessed every time he comes in here, and I am blessed every time he actually talks to me on Twitter. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause from Underdog Academy. It's Trip Fontaine!
I know him. I don't know. Well.
Watch the game for me. Shit.
Don't say nothing. Huh? Nothing.
30 my Niners.
Oh, if anyone cares, we're up 8-7 at half.
No one cares.
And listen, we're trying to get our first win.
And I'm a Niners fan.
That's fine. We're trying to get our first win so we can get the top of the division. That's all. Like, dude, you see what everybody else is trash.
I'll come apart, babe. I didn't make it, sugar. Playing by the rules. I wish my mama would put the bottle down.
Wish she would trade me shoes back. I feel like I'm the role model now. Last night I caught her building a shrine from her tall can, so I prayed a Jacob-sized ladder over her hurdles. Oh man, I hate that she still hate herself. Hate that I can't help her. Them changes she gotta make herself. A nightmare's loud. She set alarms that never wake or help. She a shade of my granny shadow. It's crazy how low she take herself. It get hard to hold tight to a lost soul, harder to love with a cold heart that was broken at home. That's probably why I can't get right with these women. Be claiming I fucked them over. Sex was never my intention. I'm honest about my demons. They just don't exercise caution. So before the love is birthed, we fall victim to abortions. It make it hard to settle down. If all we gonna play is blame games, I guess the pot can't put the kettle down. If I'm meant to ride along, just let me know. Soon I know love is lost, the sooner I let it go. That's why I've been stopped showing it to these niggas. When my open arms got met with open palms, go figure. That's probably why they all talk and never follow through. Until you pass them up and now they want to follow you, but I don't take that personal. I know the praise hollow too, call a spade, and I know the game, so I follow suit. All that attention and opinions, they don't write checks. I ain't had nobody 2 cents change my life yet, I'm still starving. Trying to make it off pushing this pen. My niggas stuck in the hood, still pushing the pen, stuck in the past, wishing things would have went different for them, but when the waters run dry, turn boys into men. It don't matter who rolled the dice. If the whole game been fixed up, we got raised in broken homes, we carry tools, but it don't fix much. Is that why the pay still ain't matching the work? I thought time was supposed to heal, why this shit still hurt? And why God work cost this much? I'm trying to gain the world cause I already lost too much. I come up hard, but now I'm fine. Checking trouble, sugar. Moving down the line. Where we come from, grandmother made competition out of Sunday service. She feel like if she asked the right questions at every Bible study and show up early to every stewardess meeting, and if she auditioned well enough to get every first Sunday solo, that she could belt an alto encoded message to the Most High's main line, asking that her grandson not be the next passenger on that low swinging chariot. Nigga, I'm from the ghetto. With a shine of pinky rings and gold teeth, provide rays of hope for disenfranchised youth. The dope man is our local hero. Even when he make villains in the form. Come in, time to arm up, baby. Now go in the other room while mama take her medicine. Future siblings will be birthed from a lack of funds and the means to still get high. So whether you dealing it or pitching it, the habit becomes just as close as your kin is. These buildings used to be abandoned, but they still got tenants. As long as they got functioning kitchens, fiends will claw their itches with the fine points of stolen needles. Refrigerators remain barren of sustenance, but laced with substance abuse. So your fix will be fixed so tightly the habit will never be broken again. If you can't take the heat, stand your punk ass outside and watch for the cops, nigga. This is the ghetto. But survival of the fittest has never been so literal. And selection has never been so unnatural. Darwin would be flipping in his grave at the sight of these Olympians trapped in urban clothing. See, everybody gotta be fast here. So we train on playground battlefields to the cadence of ready, set, run like your life depended on it, because one day your life may be dependent on it. Everybody has to be fast here, faster than the speed of sound. Motherfucker, go right there. Faster than the time it takes to push back a minivan door. Faster than 600 no-name rounds a minute. Ricocheting off project buildings. Ricocheting off parked car. Ricocheting into little boy's bedroom window. He was not fast enough. Everyone just hopes to be fast here, but death and prison are still tied for the most gold medals. This is the ghetto, where gentrification will keep us at least 3 blocks outside the American dream. And welfare and EBT couldn't afford us the luxury if they sold it in stock. Instead, we will sprint on concrete treadmills, chasing after Black American nightmares, even if we were actually getting somewhere. Yellow tape, the only promising finish line for running the streets, and there's so much yellow tape here. Never any first 48 here. We stick to a G code. We don't snitch. It's just cold case here and a cold shoulder from passers-by. You know, all we know is judgment. And the judgment, what he said when he called us animals too. Because if you be a lioness, and you might end up the next motherfucker lioness. This is the ghetto. Where the media shows the casualties of West Dayton's most uncivil wars through night vision lenses and Molotov camera flashes. We are in an epidemic. To them, we are just another episode. Outsiders tune in nightly to watch us sling rocks through our glass house ways. Because misery loves company and news companies love misery. The struggle is so addictive. The difference, you get to change the channel when shit get a little too real. The stories never hit us close to home. Because it's always our homes here in the ghetto. I come up all day. That's okay. This trouble don't get in our way.
Trip Fontaine, keep it going. My phone even knew what was up with that shit. When I was putting it on Instagram, I just put TR and they put his whole name. Fucking knew what was up. Give it up one more time. Folks, give it up to all the poets tonight. Give it up to our folks on YouTube who have been here for the entire show. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit subscribe, get a thumbs up. We'll have more material later on. Our next show, either physical or online, will be on the 18th of October. So we will either be right here or we will be in some digital form. Stay tuned to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our web page, DaytonPoetrySlam.com. Folks, have a great rest of your night. Get ready. Who the hell knows what's going to happen next week? Don't do anything I would if you do hold out for $6 million in a helicopter. Good night. It's